Good morning, everybody. It's the Rabid Raccoon here. How y'all doing? It's 9. We'll say 9:30 because I can't see the clock because I don't have my glasses on and I'm blind. Remember, I'm blind. I'm here with another movie review and it's much better than the last one. The movie is, not the review. I can't guarantee how much you guys like these reviews. But I ended up watching two movies last night because I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. But this one, wow, awesome movie. Okay, so pay attention, Chapman, and stay for the final ending, okay? So, this one's called Delirium. Whoa. This movie, okay? Um, this one is put out again by Blumhouse. Thank you guys for not screwing this one up. Um, it was put out this year. It's rated R and it's 1 hour and 36 minutes long. So you're not invested for a long time. But it could have been hours long, and I would have sat through 2 hours of this. It stars Topher Grace. Remember him? Yeah, yeah, Topher Grace. I always liked him as an actor. I mean, you can't help it when you get a crappy role, like Venom. That's not his fault. That is the writer's fault. Um, but he was good in that 70s show, and I saw him in a couple of other movies, and I liked him. I missed him. And this role was fantastic for him. I I I can't picture anybody else playing this character, okay? So well done, Tofa. Well done. Um, okay, so this movie is about um, a young 20-something guy with a history of mental illness. And he comes from a well to do family. And he's he's released from he's released from the mental hospital that he's in after being in there for such a long time. I mean, he'd been in there since he was about 12 years old or so. And you don't really know why until um I don't know, a good while into the movie. And um wow, I'm blinking out, sorry. He moves home after his father dies, and the house is humongous. It's a mansion. Okay. So he's under house arrest, and he's got, I think, 30 days before he's clear to totally assimilate back into assimilate, yeah, back into society. So think about this: a 12-year-old that goes into a mental institute and has been in there from say 12 until 25 years old, and then goes home to an empty mansion because mom left, dad's dead, and is under house arrest for another 30 days, and then, has to try to assimilate with society. So he's led a very, very sheltered life. So that's the setup, okay? It starts out with just him, his psychiatrist, and his parole officer. So for a while, it's just him in the house, okay? So, the setup is that he has mental issues, and he's been in counseling, therapies, on medication, and it starts off with you learn more about his history with his father, daddy issues, and a lot of flashbacks so that you can start piecing together the story. While he's piecing together the story, you're learning about the house. The house is a character as well as the people are. The house is a very important part of the story, just like the Stanley Hotel is in The Shining. Did they call it the Stanley Hotel in The Shining? I can't remember. But the house is just as important as all the other characters. So there's only, let's see, one, two, three, four. There's only about 10 characters in this story, not including the house. And it is a suspenseful horror movie. You get to the point where you don't know what is going on in his mind. You don't know if he's imagining what's going on, if it's a hallucination or if it's really happening because, he's on medication. And is he taking too many pills? Is he not taking his medication? Is what in front of him real? Is it not real? You question everything. It's one of those types of movies, and it makes it so good. And it's not overkill on that. It's just like, oh my. And you jump. There's some areas where you're going to startle and jump, but not too scary. Um, there's a little bit of gore, but again, not overkill. It's a very well done movie. Great script, great plot, great characters, very, very strong characters, including the house. The house is set up really well. You can feel the moods properly in each room, what they're intended for. Um, you can feel the energy in each room, and each character has been picked very selectively. There's a couple of other characters in the movie that I've seen before, but off the top of my head, I can't remember their names. Like his parole officer is the mother from Sharp Objects, and I can't remember what her name is, but um, they're strong characters, every single one of them. And there's no part that I could find in the movie that was far-fetched. There was no part in the movie that was easy, where it was like, oh, that's too easy, or come on, that's unbelievable. It all was really believable. And that in itself, to me, was scary, was really scary. And talk about family secrets. Oh my Lord. If you think your family has issues after watching this, you're going to think that they're mild compared to this one. And it all wraps up into a nice little package with a delirium bow on top. So I give this movie 5 out of 5 cheeses. I mean, wow, I would watch this. In fact, I'm probably going to because it was so good. And my husband walked in um, when there was only a few minutes left on it, and he's like, "What are you watching?" So um, I told him I'm going to keep it queued up, and he's got to watch it. It's phenomenal. It is something that if you like suspense, you'd watch it. If you like horror, you'd watch it. But if you're looking for tons and tons of gore, you're not gonna like it. When he walked in at one point, he thought it was a Saw-like movie. It's not. like that because it's not gory. Um, it's more like trying to think of what I could compare it to. Um, kind of like a Shutter Island type thing. Yeah, it's kind of like Shutter Island type of movie. That's what I would compare it to. Without Leo DiCaprio, we have Topher Grace. So, yeah, Five Cheeses. And Chapman, it's on Netflix. And again, put out by Blumhouse. So, usually their movies are really good. So, this makes up for Stephanie. Um, yeah, I highly recommend this one. And if you watch it, let me know what you think, okay, guys? Don't be afraid to leave me comments because I like to know what you think. I'm willing to talk about it with anybody that wants to talk about it. But wow. Really happy on this one. So, yeah, check it out. I will leave information at the end of this before my credits. So stay tuned. Thanks. Bye bye.